The next type of pattern problems we're going to be talking about are input and output tables. So this is what an input-output table looks like. Sometimes you'll see the headers labeled in and out or X and Y, but these are basically pattern tables where you have to think about what do I do to the number in the first column in order to get the number in the second column. So the way these work is that the rows actually have nothing to do with each other. You look at each row as its own individual entity, I would say. So this 2 has nothing to do with the 5. The 5 has nothing to do with the 10. Instead, we have to think about what did I do to 2 to get 6? What do I do to 5 to get 9? So let's think about what a possible rule could be. The possibility is multiply by 3 because 2 times 3 is 6. Let's see if that works for other numbers in the table. Well, 5 times 3 does not equal 9. So right away I can say multiply by 3 is not the rule. Let's try another one. What else can I do to 2 to get 6? I know that I can add 4. So 2 plus 6 is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. 10 plus 4 is 14. 12 plus 4 is 16. And 15 plus 4 is 19. Every single number in the table worked out with this rule of plus 4. So that means that plus 4 is the rule for this table. Now, that was a very simple input and output table. Sometimes, like I said, you'll see them labeled X and Y. And really the only difference here is that when you're saying the rule, you basically replace an X or place the X first. So if I'm looking at this table, I see 4. What do I do to 4 to get 1? Maybe I subtract 3, but that doesn't work for the next one. But what else could I do to 4 to get 1? I know I can divide by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So the rule divided by 4 is what works here. However, I wrote it as a variable expression where I put X first and I said X divided by 4. That just means you take whatever numbers in this column and you divide by 4. It's the same as just saying divided by 4 is the rule. It's just another way to write it when you're working with variables. Now with this problem, you have to fill in also the question marks. Well, now that I know that divided by 4 is the rule, I'm going to fill in the question marks by taking 12 divided by 4 to get 3. So I'm going to fill in that question mark as a 3. I also know that 32 divided by 4 is 8. So I'm going to replace that question mark with an 8. And that's really how input, output, or in and out, or X and Y tables really work. Sometimes they're called function tables as well. Now, you should be careful because sometimes you know what the rule is. And in this case, this rule for this table is minus 5. I know my input is 5, my output is 0. So 5 minus 5 is 0. 7 minus 5 is 2. So that rule does work for this table. I need to replace and figure out what the question marks are going to be. So I'm going to take 13 and I'm going to take my rule minus 5, and 13 minus 5 is 8. So I'm going to replace that question mark with an 8. However, in the last row, I already have the output number and I need to figure out what the input number is. So if you're thinking minus 5 is the rule, you might want to do 27 minus 5 and get 22. But that's actually not correct because the output number is 27. So you have to think about what did I do to the input, or what number can I subtract 5 from to get 27? So if the input number is the number I don't know, whatever number minus 5 will have to equal 27. So to figure that out, all I have to do is do the reverse or the inverse operation and do 27 plus 5, and I get 32. So I know that 32 is the input number for this problem.